G'day, welcome back to another episode of Togl. Well, I'm starting to get things back on track now, starting to get back into a rhythm. Now it is midday and it's been raining fairly heavily all day yesterday and again this morning, so I've waited until around now, lunchtime, to come up and start getting some work done once that rain eased. Apparently we're not going to get any more rain this afternoon, so fingers crossed, but everything is very wet. So as I said at the end of last video, what I want to do today is finish milling this log here into the 2-inch slabs, and then I do have another log just over there which I can mill into 2-inch slabs as well. I just went down and measured up. I've got 2.7 meters of the bridge left to clad in those decks, so hopefully I'll get enough out of those 2 logs to make up the length of 2.7 meters of all of those planks going across. So I think the first thing I need to do is get the shed cleared out, get things ready and start milling, and we'll see if we can't get that bridge knocked over. Alright, so as I was saying about these cracks that are in here, now this crack here looks like it goes to about there, but it doesn't mean that there's not tension all the way through and that crack's going to totally run. So what I'm going to do is I've got this metal strap. Now this metal strap, it's only a little over an inch. Yeah, it's an inch and just a couple of mils, whereas my slabs are going to be 2 inches. So I can put this on and then still cut. So I'm going to nail this right there, cut the next slab underneath. I'll put one of these at the other end as well. Hopefully it'll hold the ends together while I cut them. Then I can get it down, get it bolted in to the telegraph poles. Then I can take this piece of metal strap back off again and everything should hold tight. I was thinking of folding these around, but because of the angle, it means it's going to fold down and it's going to get in the way of the blades. So I'm just going to have to fold them up high. I'll put a few extra nails along here. We have seen that much tension in one of these planks, it actually snaps nails. We've seen that before, so I'm just going to go just with an extra couple, just to be sure. With metal straps at both ends, we'll cut through. That blade should pop out just below that, we'll see. Works like a charm. Well, that took a bit of effort to get that log in. I don't know whether you quite clicked as to what was going on, but the log was right at the limit of what this tractor could lift. It's a little bit shorter than the last log I did, but it is a lot fatter, so obviously it's got that extra weight in it. With the tractor, what I've noticed is that when things get to that certain point where they're so heavy, when you go to lift, it will lift like a couple of mil and then just stop. It stalls, it can't lift anymore. But if you release the lever, flick it again, it will lift another couple of mil. So by just pulsing the lever like this, you'll lift it just a couple of mils every time. Slow process, but it lifted it, and that was how I was able to get that on. Literally, like if there was another 50 kilos in that, I probably wouldn't have even got it on there. Not with this tractor anyway. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know how much that weighs. It says on the tractor that the limit is 300 kilos. I reckon that's probably a little bit more than 300 kilos. But yeah, we got it up there now, and don't know if you can hear, it is starting to rain. So that's why I've had to move the tractor in underneath here as well, just to keep it out of the rain. So I'm going to get to milling this log, and if the rain eases up, I'll move them down. If the rain doesn't ease up, I'll probably just mill these few slabs and head home for the day or something. We'll see. It's only 20 past 1, so it didn't take me too long to mill those other ones. I've still got plenty of time. We'll see what happens. I'm going to start milling this one now. Okay, here we are. It's been a few days because it's been raining. Absolutely zero activity, so I'm not expecting there to be anything in here, wasps or bees, but just as a precaution I'll put this stuff on, because I'd rather have it on and not need it than the other way around. So let's have a little look. Couple of dead wasps. Top box was always empty. Alright, dead bee. This is the queen excluder. Even the spider's dead. Okay, yeah, this is looking pretty miserable in there. I can see a lot of dead bees stuck on the comb. They've started to build the comb crossways as well, so I just got to cut through some of that, but almost like a ghost town. I'll lift a couple out at once. It's like they're all petrified. This is really weird, like I can see all the abdomens in there, they're all head down. It's really bizarre. Don't know if you can see that clearly or not, but all the little bees, all the bee bottoms are all in there. Every single cell. I don't know whether they were trying to hide in there or what was going on. But yeah, absolutely zero honey. This is what I mean about them building crossways. They should be building this way. It's just thousands of dead bees there. I don't know. I can't see how wasps could have done that. There's no poison anywhere near here, so I don't see how they could be poisoned like that either. So it's really strange. I need to find out what caused this. I'm just going to show you in here too. just all dead bees. Thousands of them. I don't know what happened. So yeah, they're I don't need this anymore. So yeah, I don't know whether this was the wasps, like did all the bees die and then the wasps came in and cleaned up, or did the wasps actually kill them all? I don't know. I mean, I know I did see wasps fighting with these bees, and I know wasps can come in and decimate a hive as well. About the only thing I can do from this now really is probably just clean it up, render out the wax and use some wax. There's no honey, obviously. Like I said, I think the wasps would have come and done all that. The wasps, they eat sweet stuff as well as protein and meat as well. You will see thousands of wasps on a bit of roadkill. They eat the meat. But yeah, they do. I know that you can bait them with apple juice and stuff, so they do like sweetness as well. So maybe they did come and eat all the honey. But that is like a couple of grams. That's so light because there is absolutely nothing in it. And we take off this layer. We'll look down deeper and deeper. But for all of the hives to be like this, it's just really strange. I know they didn't starve. They had heaps of honey only, you know, just a few weeks ago. Maybe a month ago they had mountains of honey. But look at how thick all these bees are. That's insane. Hive destroyed. I've never... Just all dead bees. Poor little girls. They're all dead. Well, I just started taking the lid off this one, and there was a couple of bees flew out, 2 or 3, not many. So I'm not sure. I can see 2 dozen down there. I'm not sure what I'll find, but I thought I'd better put the hood back on. Yeah, we still got bees in there. Alrighty. And they're cranky. Don't blame them. So I'm going to take this top piece off because there's actually nothing in this one. It's just full of empty frames. So I'm going to take that off and put the lid back on. It'll give them less area that they've got to try and protect. So, not a total loss. We've still got a colony here, so that's fantastic. You can probably hear them and see them. They're buzzing around here, going spastic trying to get me. So I'm just going to walk away for a minute. Now, one of the other tasks that I've got to do up here before I leave for the day is get some of this wood, chop it up with a chainsaw as firewood, and get it into the tray to take back down home. So all this stuff here, that's just all the back slabs and offcuts of stuff from the timber mill when we've been milling. This pile here has been there well over a year. So even though we've had a bit of rain, it's still fairly dry on the inside and seasoned. It's just the outside's a little bit wet. So I'll get this cut up into pieces whilst I'm here and make the mess here, get it loaded into the back of the truck, and then we can take it home and sit it in the shed for a week or two. The outside will dry off and she'll be good to burn. Well, that made a bit of a dent in the old wood pile there, which is good. Still a lot more to chop up. Good thing is though, I'll show you the truck. I've got to load it up. I've got the beehives there too, but the rest of the tray is loaded with firewood. So that should keep us going for another week or so. Right, so with regard to these wasps, it's all out war. It's time to get rid of them. Now, I've been looking up, there's a number of different ways that you apparently can get rid of them. Most of the ways show you how to make traps to catch the wasps. I'm not interested in catching the wasps because there's just too many to catch. It'd be like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon, as they say. What we need to do is kill the source. We need to kill the nest. For that, we need the wasps to take the poison back to the nest, because I don't know where all the nests are. I know where a couple are, but I'm sure that for every one I see, there's probably another 50 around here. Now, there is a product called Vespex, which I'm looking into getting, made by New Zealanders. I think it's 20 years in development, and apparently it is the bomb. Works really well. So I'm just seeing about getting my hands on some of that. But in the interim, while I'm waiting to get some of that, there is another way. This here, Frontline for dogs. So this is your flea and tick poison. It has stuff in it called fipronil, and apparently fipronil, it doesn't kill the wasps immediately. It takes a few hours, which means they can take the bait back to the nest. So what do we use for bait? None other than a little bit of cat food. So the good thing is fipronil doesn't hurt mammals. Obviously, you put it on your dogs and your cats, so it's not going to hurt mammals. And because you're putting it into meat, bees won't go for it. So you can attract wasps with something sweet, like a sugary water or an apple juice or something. You wouldn't put your poison into that because the bees would like the sweet stuff too. So you only poison protein, meat, that sort of thing. They do say the best time to do it is in late summer. Must be when they're building up the nest ready to get through winter. Well, we've missed our mark by that. We are now right through autumn and we're only a couple of days off winter. But as I've seen, there are still wasps around, so I'm hoping I can at least get a few of them nailed. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up this tin of cat food, which I hate the smell of. Anyway, I love fish, hate cat food. We rip off one of these little front lines, and so normally you would just dab this on the back of the dog's neck. So what we'll be doing is putting it into this cat food. And then we need to mix it all in. I need a better stick than that. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to spread this into a couple of different areas. I actually do know where one wasp nest is. So I'm going to go and put some on their doorstep. Hope they won't pass up an easy meal. The rest I'll just scatter a few blobs around. Put it up somewhere where hopefully the wasps will get at it and nothing else will try and eat it, because I dare say you know, quolls and tasty devils might try and eat this. Again, the fipronil is not going to hurt them, but if I just put a small blob up somewhere high where those animals can't get to it, I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm going to go and put some of this around now. All the slabs are now cut. It's getting pretty late in the afternoon, but I've been working for a little while. I've put these spacers in underneath because remember I said as the logs are different heights, as they bend and flex, I need to pack that up to spread this weight. So I've packed these up. I now need to screw these two boards down. So I'm going to get onto that now, and then I'll move the next one into place, and it's just a matter of just screwing these last few boards down and she's done. Batteries on charge overnight, so they're ready to go. So I'm using 130mm bolts on the outside edges, 100mm bolts on all the inside ones where I need to put them. Well, that's it for now. As you can see, it's getting pretty dark and I need to go home and have some dinner. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, probably got 4, maybe 5 more slabs to screw down, and that's it, and the bridge will be done at that point, which will be really good. Apart from I want to put some side rails on, but at least it'll actually be fully functional that we could drive backwards and forwards across it. So I'll come back up and finish that in a couple of days time. I'm actually going fishing tomorrow, fishing and camping with a couple of mates of mine that I've met down here since I've been living here in Tassie. So that should be a nice break. I'll take the cameras, and if anything's worth filming, I'll get a bit of film and I'll show you a bit of that as well. But for now, I need to pack up. I need to get back home for some dinner. Okay, well, as I said yesterday, I'm coming out camping. So we're up in the northwest coast at a place called Montague. You can see we've got the camp back there. So my mates, they've got caravans. You can see our car there, the red ute, and I've got the awning out, and they've got a car topper I'm going to sleep in tonight. But yeah, it is freezing at the moment. That whole Antarctic vortex thing that's coming through, yeah, it's hit us already. So it's going to be a chilly night, but we've got the Oz pigs flashed up for some heat and whatnot. And it just keeps raining, so been up here a couple of hours. We've been doing a little bit of fishing, but it's just been too wet, so I haven't got the cameras out yet. There was a break in the rain. I thought, go get the camera, get some filming done. So Mitch landed a really nice squid within like the first minute or so, and then another rainstorm come through, so he said, yeah, no, I'm going back to the caravan. Neil's still out here fishing, and I've been flicking a jig around, haven't caught anything yet, but I thought I'd get the camera and just show you this place, because this place is beautiful. So Montague is right near Robbins Island. You'll find that island up in the northwest of Tassie, quite a large island if you look at a map. So yeah, beautiful area. Have a look at this. As you can see, she's pretty stormy at the moment, but that water looks beautiful. I'd love to be down here in the summertime. There's Neil out there having a fish, but what I want to do whilst this rain has stopped is I'm going to get the drone up. We'll have a quick look with the drone. Well, that got a bit hairy. The wind is really strong. And here where I am, it's quite sheltered, but as soon as you get out past that point, coming out that way, out there, yeah, it was throwing the drone around everywhere. That's why you were seeing the water and the sky, and I've never seen the drone get flipped up on its side like that before, but it was getting pushed around everywhere. I was a little worried it was actually going to just fall out of the sky, so I had to bring it back in and land it as quickly as possible. But you did get to see a little bit from the air what this area looks like, and like I said, it is beautiful, but it's just really gnarly weather at the moment. So we'll just pop out here and we'll see if Neil's caught anything yet. That was Neil, you could see fishing on the end of the rock wall from the drone. That's what I'm walking on now. I'm just walking out along this rock wall. Yeah, I see that.
First cast, I fucking
got one.
Got one.
Okay, well this is Neil, and Neil said he's just caught a squid. So, fantastic.
Yeah, so fucking snag another one. We'll never have enough for a good feed.
We will.
The bucket there, the black
I'll have a look. Let's go and have a look. We'll go and see this squid. Oh, he's a good sized squid. Look at that. Yeah, good size. Couple more of those. That's about the same size as the one that Mitch got. So yeah, a couple more, be fantastic.
I thought I hit the bottom.
You do, because it feels like you snag on weed.
I thought I
You just feel the weight, yeah.
Exactly what I thought.
Yep. Ah, brilliant.
And then he came to the top, kept on it.
And then squirted.
And then he squirted and
Yeah.
got a carpet shark.
You got a carpet shark.
Quite a good one.
Yeah? Oh yeah. Look at that guy.
Pull it in. Take the steel thing up the line.
Got it. There he is. Oh. You got him there?
Yeah.
Nice work.
Can't eat it.
No. He's interesting though.
Yeah.
Something to show the viewers at home.
Small fish too. He's a decent size. Look at the teeth. They got teeth.
They do have teeth,
Yeah.
Yeah. He certainly takes some skin off. Not
sure.
massive teeth, but the hook's nice and close.
Can you get that hook out?
Yeah. You got him?
Oh, these are good hooks.
Yeah.
They got a. Oh, geez, this might take some getting
Don't
out.
have any pliers?
No, I only brought temporary stuff. Might get it. We've got to get it.
If you stick your thumb in there.
I'll unhook it. I'll undo it.
Yep.
Get out of it.
There we go. Nice work, mate. Beautiful, look at that. Little carpet shark. Shall I let him go over on the calm side?
Yeah, I will.
And it's just, the wind's picking up, it's freezing. So I am heading back to try and warm up a bit. See us back there. Well, we have woken up to a beautiful morning this morning. We had a lot of wind, a lot of rain last night. It's still very cold, but as you can see, beautiful blue sky, that rain's disappeared. The wind is just starting to pick up a little bit again now. We'll see what the day holds. We are expecting a lot more bad weather, but I'm going to enjoy this morning while I can. That sun is just lovely at the moment. It's quite a busy boat ramp down here. You can see there's a few cars and trailers behind me. So over behind us, over on the other side of the water there, is Robins Island over in the background. Now, from what I know of Robins Island, I think it's the largest privately owned island in Australia. It is quite a big island over there, so you can look it up, Robins Island, northwest of Tasmania. and they actually swim at low tide. They will swim cattle across there and then have them over there grazing for a few months, and then they swim them back. So last night and again this morning we saw a car come down with a big boat, took a crew over there, so it must be all the crew that look after the cows, and they must work through in shifts and that. Also this morning saw a very large pontoon boat come down with a heap of oyster baskets on it, so there are oyster leases all through here. It is quite a shallow channel out there at low tide, and that's why they're able to just sort of walk the cows across and just swim them over the last little bit. So yeah, busy little jetty down here, very interesting. But like I said, we've got a beautiful day. Today we're going to head out and we're going to go and have a look at a few places around this area. I'm not quite sure where, I'm just following the group, so we'll see where we end up. We're just out driving around doing a bit of exploring. We're right up in the northwest corner of Tassie, and we thought we'd pull over here because this view is amazing. Well, here's the rain, and it's cold and it's windy, as you can hear. Check this out, we're right on the coast. This is an insane coast, it's so good. Apparently this is a pretty popular surf area too. I can see why. The size of some of those waves coming through there. I don't know how well you can tell it on this GoPro, but boy, oh boy.
Netty.
Ah, we're at Netty Beach. And over the back there's all the beef cows. They're actually walking down along the beach. This is where all the really good beef comes from. Just gorgeous. So this beach here is Greens Beach. It's just down the road from a little town called Murrawal. Certainly wild country. Now that's keen, going out for a surf. Well, that was a great couple of days out camping with my mates. I really enjoyed that. Weather was pretty bad on the first day, as you saw, but progressively got better. So yeah, they're staying out there for a few more days yet, but I needed to get back and get a few things done. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It was a little different, and man, wasn't some of that countryside beautiful. Anyway, that's it for me now, and that's it for this week's episode. So I want you to take care. Have a great weekend, and tune in next week and we'll see what we're up to then. Stay safe. I'll talk to you then. Cheers.